Hello, viewers. Welcome to Mythology. I have come with a quiz where you have to identify these special creatures. These creatures have characteristics of two different taxonomic groups. They afford a good taxonomic evidence of evolution. Let me give you certain tips to identify the organisms numbered 1 to 10. Let's get started with number 1. Number 1 lacks the basic components of a cell when outside a host cell, but it starts replicating when it is inside a host cell. So, it has certain characters that could be intervening between the living and the non living. Number 2 is an organism that can perform photosynthesis, but it also moves around in search of food in the absence of light using its flagellum to catch upon a prey. Then we move on to number 3. Number 3 is a freshwater organism which is single celled and aquatic in form, but it contains an apical flagellum, anterior dictyosome, a peripheral mitochondria, and a posterior food vacuole as well. Let's move on to number 4. It has a segmented body, a cup shaped shell, a pair of shell muscles, and also the gills as well as auricles are present. Then we move on to the next, where we find the dermomuscular body wall with thin flexible cuticle and underlying circular and longitudinal muscles. Its cuticle has thin chitin deposit, then it possesses claws, jaws, as well as a dorsal tubular heart along with hemocoel in the body cavity. Number 6 is an organism with burrowing habit. It includes the larvae and the phosphogens. It also contains a tubular nerve cord, proboscis, and gill slits as well. Number 7 is an organism with paired fins, dermal scales, presence of a cartilaginous notochord, a palatal dentition, and it also possesses separate pulmonary circulation. Heart is present with imperfectly divided auricles. Number 8 is a specimen with contour and flight feathers. Its forelimbs are modified into wings, but it also possesses scales on its body. It has strong jaws and no pygostyle as well. Both number 9 and number 10 are specimens with lot of confusing characteristics. It possesses a tympanic bulge. Its females are oviparous. They possess no teeth, but they have mostly webbed feet. Presence of oil glands are also recorded. Pinny is present. Diaphragm is also present. Hair is present on its body with a single aortic arch in both these specimens. They have a large coracoid bone in the pectoral girdles and they lay eggs with shells. I hope you got the hints to name and identify the organisms. If you could identify 9 or more of these specimens, then you are excellent. If you could identify between 6 to 8, you are still good. But if you identified less than 5, then you must boost your knowledge with extra support. So let's get started with the answers for you to match. Number 1 is virus. This is a connecting link between the living and the non-living organisms. Then we move on to number 2. It is euglena, which is a connecting link between the plants and the animals. Next, number 3 is Proterospongia, which is a connecting link between the protozoa and the porifera. Number 4 is Neopilina, which is a connecting link between the Annelida and the mollusca, having segmented body like the annelids and a cup-shaped shell like those of the mollusks. Next, number 6 is peripatus. Peripatus is a connecting link between the annelids and the arthropods, having a dermomuscular body as well as cuticle with thin chitin deposits like those of the arthropods. Number 6 is balanoglossus. Balanoglossus is a connecting link between the non-chordates and the chordata itself. So here we would find a tubular nerve cord like the chordates. Rather, it is a protochordate, and like invertebrates, it possesses the larvae and the phosphogenes. Then we come to number 7, the lungfishes or Protopterus. This is a connecting link between the fishes and the amphibians, having paired fins like the fishes, and it has a separate pulmonary circulation like the amphibians. The next is Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx is an evolutionary link between the reptiles and the birds. It possesses the reptilian characteristics like the scales on its body, whereas like the birds they have contour and flight feathers. We lastly come to specimen number 9 and 10. Number 9 is duck-billed platypus. It is a connecting link between the reptiles and the mammals. Rather, we can say it's a connecting link between the reptiles, birds and mammals. Both of them are monotremes. Specimen 10 is spiny anteater. This is also a connecting link between the reptile, birds and mammals. Like reptiles, they have cloaca and a tympanic bulge. Like aves, teeth is absent. They have webbed feet as well as oil glands. And like mammals, diaphragm is present. Thank you for watching. If you liked my video, do not forget to give it a like and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to my channel if you still haven't subscribed to it. I'll be coming up with more such quizzes and lessons for you.